Exactly. Welcome back to another episode of Dried Blood. Episode 14. We're almost done with the season. Season's almost over. Only a couple more to go. But this one will be tough to beat. In the annals of history. Definitely in the annals.
There was so much one-upping and creativity, and I love this. I love the first introductions, but it's the second iteration that we get to see your characters, or third in this part, right? Like how you will continue to evolve beyond, because I mean, obviously these characters are ridiculous. They're hilarious, on point. They allow us to just be gateways of comedy. But every time you bring them back, you have to now add to their story. You have to actually give them layers behind it. And I loved the weirdness and creativity that came out from, like, where do we go from last time? I adored this. I want to hear your thoughts. Bonsai, I'm going to hit you first on this. For the return of Kyle Stoddard to the arena, what were you most excited about in bringing back such an iconic character, especially in the gaming anime space?
I think I played him too serious last time, so I leaned hard on the campiness. And I was like, you know what he needs? A magical girl transformation. Especially if I'm fighting a frog luchadora, I need to have a costume that matches, you know. So had to do it, and the amount of somehow dodging while I'm embodying Sakura-chan is even great.
It was so impressive. It played out perfectly. Though I must say, I imagine Kyle as Sakura-chan just being absolutely beautiful. Like I imagine the cosplay being like, that's really good work.
I should have included a glittery pink beard that happens.
Oh,
same time.
yes.
Can we retcon that and just say he has a glittery pink beard?
Of course.
There you go.
I was just assuming he did.
Yes. Now, on the flip side is Dr. Bees with our poor King Bofus, who wanted to die so badly. I'm glad he survived for another fight of this, because it was fantastic. What were you thinking in bringing King Bofus back for this third round that we needed to see? What's the new part of King Bofus?
So hilariously, because I think initially I'd done the 2 sessions before, so I wasn't expecting to come back for a third. And so the sort of ending that we'd had last time with Johnny Stanton's character, with Bone Daddy, was so like heartfelt and lovely, and it was just this everything ends and everyone's in love and nothing is wrong anymore. And then to sort of be brought back, I was like, no, he had the good death. This is the bad death now. Let's make him suffer. And that was all I was thinking the whole time. It's just like, let's make this as funny and horrendous, because I don't think I could imagine any worst end stage of death than having that, like, I die with my friends and family around me. Wonderful. I wake up and I must fight Neckbeard-chan here. And a man who opens his coat and miniatures fall out, like from all miniature pocket dimensions everywhere. Like,
he's prepared. Don't hold that against him.
You know, when we designed the whole concept of people being resurrected every time to just come back and fight again, I think we always assumed that they'd want to be there and not that they'd want to be dead rather than fight Kyle Stoddard.
Kyle's most honorable Simpurai. I'm actually surprised how well people battle him, because he's a very obnoxious character. Let's be honest. Kyle is super, super obnoxious.
Ooh.
Love him to death, but I made him to be hated.
It's amazing, though. It's so fun to play characters that are hated. I have to know, did you make up the term Simpurai?
Oh, yeah. There's a whole, like, Uwu code. There's an Uwu code, like I did last time. I went on the Uwu code of why Princess Sakura is the greatest of waifus. And that was the last time. I was like, I'm not going to go through that again.
Though I'm going to say, as somebody who has to go through and sometimes caption these, yours last time took so much more to caption because auto captions had no idea what you were saying with like uwu and uwu code or uwu-shido, and I had to go like Simpurai. I'm gonna have to go through and edit it. Because it's gonna go, I don't know what this word is. This is not a real language.
Add it to our
I'm so
dictionary.
sorry.
Love a character with a full lore drop and dictionary, like
Yes.
accompaniment on the side.
Yes, you get your own just full on writing guidelines for Kyle. I love it. I love it. Now, the two of you kept going back and forth insanely on this, like the ticking down of health versus the rising of health. It was I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, they're going up and down so much on this end and trying to keep track of everyone's health. And yet at the same time, there was only like very minimal efforts to try to purposely use your actions to heal. Was that like strategy of like, I'm just gonna focus on my opponent 24/7?
I think I felt like I was speed running it because I feel like I knew that the clock was running out. Like I knew I was not gonna win. And I was like, if I can just get hits in, like that last roll, I'm so mad. If that had been even a mild success, that would have been the nat one.
Really
The nat
a
one with
fight
the
you could have won.
It was
got
beautiful.
the power up, hit the nat one.
It's just after
And
the
you
Lord of Fate
begged.
gives you a power up, you just flub it like that.
Yep. That was the
Mhm.
first point I think in the entire like that last round was the first time I did the math on it. I was like, I could do it this
I could
round.
win.
Okay,
I
we'll
could
just
do
go
it.
full on attack. But every single time I levied something, just Kyle came back with, yeah, I just heal it. I was just gonna drink some Mountain Dew and that's fine now.
I think we saw it in your face too, and you thought for a second, I could win this.
I don't have to die. I could win.
I could die.
There's
I
hope.
could win. Who knows? And it just disappeared right before my very eyes.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Oh.
sorry about that one Mountain Dew heal. As soon as they said only for attacks, I get disadvantage. I'm like, oh, this round I'm just healing.
Yeah,
I'm
makes
just
sense.
healing.
Invest.
Genius.
It was beautiful.
Beat the
It was beautiful.
system.
Oh, man. Well, I think we'll have to wrap it up here, but we want to get final words from Kyle or King Bofus or from you all as people. Any final words for the acolytes? We'll start with the winner here, Bonsai. Kyle, any final words?
Hold on. By words of Sakura-chan, keep following your heart. Oh, woo, ooh, choo.
Uh-huh.
Choo. How would you like to follow up with that?
The man, King Frog I am today would be nothing without the help of Richard Notley, Bone Daddy, and I regret to say it, Kyle. You are what you are, and you can't help it, and that's fine. You've also killed me, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Big fan.
All right. Well, I think that about does it. We'll see you on the next D20 Deathmatch.